a goal, but ready to fight. Standing tall, doing what's right. Shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I gotta keep. Breaking chains, leaving pain behind. Calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawntrooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around. Justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawntrooper rides again. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawntrooper rides again.
Warning: the following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. And a jolly good morning. I tell you one thing, I've had the biggest... Oh, Ratters, you make me laugh, mate. You know... Oh, shit. I'm glad I can't spell for shit. Otherwise, I'd have been writing a book in that stream today. Oh, God. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody. Hope everyone's... Hi, Snowflower. How do you cook a steak? Well, I think it's about 3 minutes each side, and you just need to make sure, depending on how you want it. But I do know from someone telling me once that it's 3 minutes on each side, or 2.5 minutes, or 3 minutes. Oh, wait a minute! I need to get this funny picture. There you go. I need to get this funny picture. There you go. That's the one I'm using. I'm sure. No, we don't need that one today. So, I don't even know why I've gone live. Anyway, fucking Ratters. Anyway, good morning. I hope everyone's doing well. So, my question is today: what are we offended by today? Okay, that's question one. Question two is I'm still trying to find a good. Oh yes, can't find one. Need to create one. Oh well, right, we'll keep that one then. Go like that, and I'm going to go like that. So first things first, pow, and let's go like that. And there you go. Right. So obviously, I hope that everyone enjoyed DJ Rattis's stream. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I hope that everyone enjoyed it. I thought it was quite funny. It's good to see that people are enjoying themselves and having a little bit of fun. And yeah, there you go. Oh, I like playing the game. What do you mean I won't share with us peasants? Share what? What are we on about? No, I'm just laughing because DJ Rattis was live a minute ago, and we had it was actually quite a good stream actually. There was a lot of questions asked, and he was just saying what the future holds for him when he goes back to Australia, because obviously, and I agree with him, family come first. Excuse me a sec, I just need to blow my snout. Yeah, and it's only fair. And I have now commenced Operation Info Gathering. So I've been working to very low hours. Oh, Nina, hi. I've been working into the early hours of the night, gathering intel and stuff like that, which will be very surprising. I'm not sure if and when I am going to announce what I'm in what I'm doing. But what I can say will bury. It will definitely deal with some issues. Well, they're not really issues, like little mosquitoes. Anyway, hi Robert. So first of all, let's say hello to everybody. Robert, David, Cynthia, Texas, Linda, Arizona, Kay, Amago, hi, Vicky, who else? Mary, hi, Snowflow, of course, hello, my darling, Kay, Kasha, who else? Who have I missed? Heidi. Oh, hello. Well, we were Mama Joe. Hi. Good afternoon. Johnny D. Greta. Nimrod. Hi. Good to see you. What time? So yeah, I mean, basically today, we're just going to shoot the shit. There's not much really to say, and obviously, I did ask in DJ Rattis' stream. I did ask a certain question, what his opinion was. You see, because apparently everyone. And call me English one more time, you fucking prisoner. Can't believe oh, oh, the heresy. Anyway. And you don't like Dr. Pepper, that's not my fault. That's your own fault. I'm offended by what Swamp Lizard said about Travis last night. Here, Texas, here's the thing. Here's what. Look, let me try to give you an example of what you should do when it comes to people like them. Don't forget, we have witnessed that the crampons and swamp lizard exist on both sides of the coin. They exist in the what the hell's fanfare, and they exist on the anti what the hell's ecosystem. Right? So they exist on both sides. So what you need to remember is that it's very good to show what you want people to show to see, for them to then believe what you say. Whereas I have always shown the facts, proof first, the unedited, and then now the way people are playing games these days. If you use like I was asked last night, am I afraid to strike people who use my content? And I turned around and I says, at the end of the day, right, when it comes to it, I'm going to still have content in the future where they will be struggling for content. For example, the crampons. They've mentioned me on multiple occasions. In fact, they've actually gave me publicity, even though I don't need it. I am not, and one thing I can take away from all this is that at least I'm not grifting. No one can accuse me of grifting. That's one thing I'm really glad about, because watching this whole thing develop and watching everything develop on both sides of the coin, one thing I've come to notice is that there's a lot of grifting. There's a lot of, people are giving their well-earned money to people who don't really deserve it. But that's going to be in the future. Now, when it comes to Swamp Lizard Texas, you have to understand this. He has no longer got any credibility whatsoever. Okay, he needs to be on a platform with two decrepit freaking minors. People, I mean, I was sent a clip where she is richly eating on mic while talking. Right? I mean, what else do you need to say there? I think it's a disgusting habit anyway, to talk while you got your mouth full. But hey, some ladies like it. Anyway, but when it comes to him saying anything about anybody, you just take it with a pinch of salt. And here's the reason why. Because everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie anyway. And if you look at his behavior and you look at other people's behavior over the last few months, for them to get reaction out of people, and this is exactly why they do it, is to get that reaction. When they get that reaction, that means they get more attention. When they get more attention, that means they get more views. They get more views. They get 1-2 cents a view, whatever. Okay, so the more views that thing gets, right, the more they make. So, and I doubt very much if the camera was put down and he would actually say that in the vicinity of anybody, I doubt very much the reaction will be friendly. Right? I mean, I haven't seen what was said, and it wouldn't surprise me what he said. Because that's how all this happens, and this is the reason why I do the delusion and the woke snowflakiness and the fact that there are so many people who will believe anything that anyone says. So, as far as I'm concerned, anything that comes out of his mouth or anyone else's mouth in that matter, unless they can 100% categorically prove what they're saying is true, they can go and jog on. They can take a run. They can take a run and jump off probably one of the highest cliffs if they can find one, because they're not worth it. I am sick and tired of hearing about these people, to be honest with you, and also other individuals, because they are below me. I've got more important things to do, like concentrate on my life, concentrate on my friends that I've met here, and just concentrate on my content. And the reason I'm going live at the moment and enjoying it is because once this whole case stops to exist, you'll notice that I will only go live 2 or 3 times a week, and I'll be putting content up. And obviously in the summer I'll start doing things, because I've been neglecting even my own hobbies, and I've been neglecting a lot of stuff because I've been putting all my attention into into all this. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things that I haven't responded on yet, and that's going to come. When that will happen, who knows? But it's going to come, and it will come. And I know that people like to play games, with this subbing thing. And here's the thing: when you play nice and you put up a facade when you're streaming, all right, people will believe that facade, and then suddenly, yeah, all right. I've never put up a facade. I've never put, I've always had the same same mask on, if you please, if you want to say it, call it a mask. Right? People, when they come on live, they suddenly turn into these different personas, and that happens on everybody. But there's one thing you want, what will not happen here is that you won't get a persona. You'll get exactly who you're listening to. And the problem is, this day and age, with the mentality and with the insecurities and the anxieties and everything else that occur and exist, may they be natural general anxieties or made up anxieties, right? This is why we were talking about labeling people and labeling. All right, there's a lot of people out there who will jump on that bandwagon, and that's a typical sheep mentality, right? So when it comes to people like that, Texas, just ignore. No, I mean, excuse me. I mean, no, I wouldn't even believe him, even if he stood there with a placard with a picture on it, because it's very easy to edit anything. However, when you show the proof, the only thing I would suggest to anybody, if you ever do post stuff up like people have on the fake hate what the hells or whatever you do, okay, if you've got anything to add in regards of the comments or anything else, thank you, Texas. If you are going to post anything, okay, and you're going to write and you're going to try to point out comments that are offensive or anything else, then here's my suggestion. Leave the video alone, take a screenshot of the comment in the video, and don't write next to it. Don't add words to it. Just put a box underneath, put a box around it, and then post that picture with a title or with a comment, right, to indicate the disgust towards that comment. Right? That way, okay, you're not adding words to that, right? Because a lot of people make that bad habit, because we already know there's people out there who try to fake screenshots, and some of them are quite abysmal by that. However, it's very easy to verify a screenshot, because a screenshot will show you a comment in a chat, in a post, or something from a live video or live stream, and all you have to do, good morning, all you have to do is basically go in and go to that live stream and check. That's what I did a month ago when I was accused of not being in a stream. All I did was go and look. It's simple. But you know the rest. Trying to show the difference between a lie and the truth obviously upset someone's feelings. But there you go. But in the future, there's going to be quite a lot of stuff coming to the surface. So just look forward to that. And this is not toxicity or drama. This is evidential, right? It's all going to be evidential. It's going to show you a pattern. It's going to show you a behavioral pattern. And this is on multiple people, okay? And this is what I do. Right? I observe, I take notes, I watch, I listen, right? And if I find something that needs to be addressed, then obviously I will address it. And I've done that multiple times. I am fully aware that there are people out there who like to press buttons, who like to stir the shit, stir the drama, and everything else. But let me assure you, I'm a type of person, I've got all the time in the world. I have got all the time in the world. Okay. And I am not allowing, or I'm not going to allow anybody to, how can I put this? I'm not going to allow anybody to twist the truth or to take a lie and turn it into their truth. just to make someone else look bad. Now, over the last 5.5 months, I have been observing multiple people, and I have been taking notes. I have screenshots. I have video evidence, and I've been doing this for specific reasons. One is because I noticed multiple discrepancies in timelines, in comments made, said, and unwritten. I also noticed a severe discrepancy in a certain timeline that made no sense, and it made no sense um, until I actually found it a couple of days ago. And this is from a timeline that's over 2 years old. So, actual fact, it's more than 2 years old. So the stuff that's going to be coming to the surface in the near future, and I haven't decided when, how, or what. And what's going on? Oh, look at you! So you're 67 today, young, 67 years old, young. Wow. Well, have a guess what? You know what happens when someone comes in here with a birthday, don't they? Yeah, Roy, remind me about that. I'll come back to that in a minute. Right, everyone, stop. Star, are you ready? Star, you there? Star. Star, can you hear me? Star. Hello, Star. This is dedicated to Star. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Star. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, sweetheart. Happy birthday. I hope you have a fantastic day. Congratulations. But anyway, what was I saying? Yes. So I can assure you that there are going to be extreme topics. And Ken, welcome back. There are going to be some extreme topics, and these are going to be in regards of everything that's occurred over the last 7 months. But yes, I have been doing some. Yes. Well, let's put it this way. Some people's credibility is going to go into the shitter. That's for sure. And don't get me wrong, I am no angel. Right? I said things that I shouldn't have, or I said things that are a little bit inappropriate. But sometimes you have to say things to get a reaction, and that we did. However, in regards of everything else, all I can say is stand by. No one is aware of what I have been doing or what I'm doing, and nothing illegal was done. Okay, everything is fair use. Everything that even on YouTube, on Facebook, everything is fair use. And here's the thing: you can't. People will sit there and they go, "Oh, whoa, whoa, strike this and strike that." All that. No, if it is used here, let me remind you of the exact law. And this is, and no matter what you say, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances is made for fair use for the purposes. Now, pay attention to the wording. Such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. The content used in this video and intended for educational, criticism, comment, news report, and international purposes only. Informational purposes only, sorry. Okay? Here's the thing, it's how you use the material. So if you publicize it online, okay, it's up for criticism. That's point one. Point two, comment. I can give my own personal comment. I can make comments on certain things that have been said, done, or published. Okay, like anyone else can. Because let's put it this way: if people couldn't do that under the Fair Use Act, okay, none of us would be on here. All you'd see is a voice. All you'd hear is a voice. Yeah. Excuse me. Now, scholarship and research. Now, here's the thing. Under the copyright fair use, I cover quite a few of these. I cover the criticism, the comment, news reporting, research, and sometimes teaching. Yeah. So, word of advice: if you don't want something to be discussed or criticized or researched in any shape or form, don't post it online. Now, in the future, there's also a couple of other things. The Right Publicity Act in the United States, and over here in the UK, it's called Passing Out. Now, I've already delved into that over here with not just my financial officer, my financial advisor, but also with a legal representative. And there's going to be a couple of things coming too. And you'll be very surprised how severe it is in the United States when you infringe. So look forward to that part. But that's not going to happen now. That's going to happen when I decide it's going to happen, not when other people decide. And the fact that, and here's the thing, you have to understand one thing. You can use content. Yes, that includes voice. However, if you are using that content for commercial use, that's where you fucked up. So that's just that one part. But there's way more. Now, when it comes to Bruce Matskin, all right, Bruce P. Matskin. Now, I understand everyone has an opinion, but I'm still going to stick to my opinion about him getting sanctions and possibly losing his pro-act vice representation. But if he did lose that, that'd be the case done. That would be an automatic win for jury. However, the cases won't be over yet from freaking long shot, because obviously the trespass 6 or the 5, I call them the Fantastic 6, or the thumbnail case, all the defendants who were accused can now turn the table on them. And, you know, like Deuce Boy, he has the same car as me. Deuce, you may as well sell that car and get yourself a push bike because, you know, yeah. And, you know, I mean, and regardless of your GoFundMe, you've already made over $3,000. So I think you should have enough money to be able to fly to Pensacola and back. So I don't think you'll have an issue with that, will you? And if you don't have enough money for a hotel, then find out if there's a camping site near Pensacola and just camp out. You know, sometimes it's nice to sleep under the stars because it gives you fresh air, continuous fresh air, and you may be able to reflect on all the mistakes you made. Now, going on to what Megan Fox actually said the other night, I watched that video of hers, and yes, Megan, just for the record, I did see that orb. And I did see that orb actually. That's interesting, but it could have been dust, it could have been anything. But yeah, I did see that orb. The fact that she showed another attorney getting a book thrown at him for breaking the rules and for his comments in social media. Well, actual fact, that guy was an angel compared to what Bruce Matskin has done. Is an absolute angel compared to what Bruce has done. And you remember the other day when I was telling you about Bruce making a post about the $16,000? Yeah. Don't you find it very interesting that that came up? And I mentioned this a long time ago, if you recall, right? Never been. It was never shown until that was the first time I've seen that actual message being shown on someone's stream. That's the first time I've seen it, right? So if I am really shit at my research and I'm really bad at, and I'm full of crap, how come I am predicting all this shit? And how come this stuff is appearing out of nowhere and people are posting about it, but I have spoke about it months ago? You know, just giving myself a little tap on the back there for being proficient. But yeah, so that was very interesting. And here's another thing. If you actually go back 6-7 months ago when Deuce Boy started appearing around on Facebook, you remember that day when he messed up and called me an imbecile and then deleted that comment? And then when I showed him that he deleted it and I called him out on it, he went quiet for a couple of days and then reappeared in another message. Well, the reason Bruce has gone quiet now is because he knows he's done. Right? He knows he's done. He knows he has basically gone into the deep end of that pool and knows full well that he can't swim. And he excuse me, and he thinks that someone's going to bail him out. Someone's going to throw a life jacket in. No. Because, like, let's put it this way: if you've noticed over the last few months, every time he's on their platform, every time he's on the Crampon, yeah, they're all like buddy, right? But I don't see them sitting on their platform and actually trying to protect him, trying to, make statements of the fact that, Deuce Boy this, Deuce Boy that. No, they don't. The fact that if you go to the Crampon stream, and just out pure curiosity, last night I went and sat there for 10 minutes. Just for 10 minutes. Yeah, they got the view, they got 10 minutes watch time. But I was intrigued because there was something about that stream last night that made me take a step back. Because if you actually listen, anyone in their right mind who knows that they're going to court and they're being sued, you would think they would actually start changing the topic. Do you think they would actually try to remove themselves from any further incrimination, or they would try to, I don't know, somehow try to avoid any type of interaction about what's going on to not make it worse than it is? Because every time, once you've been served, and once you know that you're going to a court case, you need to shut up. You need to stop talking. And the only person who talks is your attorney or your lawyer or your representation. They're the only people who talk. But no. Last night, I sat there, right, and Crampon won. One will go one. Walrus won. Flea won. She sat there and she repeated herself 7 times, but used 5 different variations of the same thing about this whole cat conversation with Guapo. If you listen very carefully, 7 times she repeated herself. 7. And 5 of those, right, were specific. The other 2 were just, hiccups. That's where she slipped up or she didn't finish the sentence. So I just can't understand. Look, I get it. You're over in America. I get it. You're the toughest in the world. You're number one. You're everything. I get it, right? I mean, Europe is already. I mean, I've got a lot of American friends, and I am not going to allow stupidity or politics change my respect and my friendships with the people I've made over the years who are over in the States, right? Because when politics start changing the goalposts for people, right? It's up to the people to allow it to happen to them, or they just carry on and stay in the world of reality. Now, and I mean this with no disrespect whatsoever, and I'm being very genuinely honest right now. But you cannot tell me that you guys over in the States, and not just over in the States, but in Canada, here in the UK, in Europe, you cannot tell me that you can sit on a channel and listen to someone richly lie through their teeth just because they happen to have some sort of credibility, because they happen to be a pillar of the community, or because they are well spoken, or because they show select ever proof that they are believed. I've had multiple people over since I have been pointing this out, right? Everything. I've had multiple people DM me and go, show me proof of what you said on your stream today. Okay. There. Oh, shit. Yep. Delete. Oh, I was reading that. Don't care. Read quicker. Right? Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and say something and not show evidence or proof about it. I'm not going to sit here and say something because people like me. No, I'm going to say it as it is. I don't give a shit who is offended. I don't give a shit who whatever. I don't care. Because this is the problem. A lot of people have been in their world of fantasies and everything else for so long. When you do actually confront them with the truth, right? They've already made up a story. And it's very easy to catch them out in that story. And I've done this. It's only taken me 2.5 weeks, and I've caught at least a half dozen people out in their fucking lives. And at some point, not now, not next week, not next month, but I tell you one thing, at some point, there's going to be a fucking shocker coming to the world. That I can assure you of. Because you see, what you have to remember is one thing. Never ever take my weakness, take my kindness, or my continuous talking as a fucking weakness. I can be as much fucking, I can be the most vindictive little prick you'll ever come across, if I wanted to. But when it comes to facts and the truth, that's where that's where my integrity and my ethics stand tall. That's where I will go toe to toe with anybody. But I can assure you now, stand by. That's all I'm saying, is stand by. Because this whole situation over the last few months, since what, last June, July, June, around that, since last year, okay, this whole situation has just got so out of control that you can actually tell that people do have some sort of mental health issue. And it concerns me because when you've got so many people who believe like that, who don't even step out of the box and actually look at the facts and the truth, it concerns me. It does concern me because the thing is, if they are so easily convinced online, situations like what happened with David Richards, aka Only Me, look how much money he's done. Look at how many other people. Yeah. Now, I don't come on here for clout. I come on here for entertainment. But one thing I can assure you of, if you think anything is over, if you think that on certain circumstances that I'm not going to come back like a fucking wrecking ball, stand by. Start marking time now. Stand by. That's all I'm saying. Because I am not a person. I'm not a toxic person. I'm not. I don't try to. I'm not into drama or. I mean, people. It's a fucking American thing. Drama, toxic drama. Man, that's drama, man. Oh my god. Oh, to be or not to be. Does anyone know the answer? Because I don't. What is that question, my lord? A doubt, darkness in front of one's of you. I'm glad that Robert, that you understand exactly what I'm saying. I am so glad that you, you are understanding what I'm saying. I really am. Hey, Rattus, you bald-headed git. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Good to see you. Melissa Joy cooked me fish and chips for her. That's not bad. I had chips last night. Yeah. But yeah, fuck. Do you know what? The wife, she came, she went, do you want to change? Just try these chicken nuggets. And I went, why what? And she went, these chicken nuggets. I was like, all right then. So she put them in a fryer and everything. I was making a drink and all that. And we had a little bit of a play around in the kitchen. She kicked me out of the kitchen. And then she put them down. She brought me dinner. And then I looked at them and I went, what the fuck are these? And she went, chicken nuggets. I went, darling. She went, yeah. I said, I can literally count how many chicken nuggets I've got on this plate. And she went, well, we're not feeding and this is her, I quote her wording. Well, we're not trying to feed a fucking village, are we? And I was like, yeah, good point. So, yeah. So in the end, I had 2 plates of chicken nuggets, a large plate of chips with vinegar and salt. And I was like, oh, God, last night was a feast. But yeah. So, not. Yeah, I get it. A lot of people do love drama, but here's the thing. You have to understand that this is why I get a little bit pissed off with all this, is because there's a lot of people out there, okay, get psychologically affected by what's going on. And I've had a lot of people DM me, go, just leave it. Just, I know what's going to happen. I don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. Don't assume you know what's going to happen. You don't. That's why I'm a type of person. I am very unpredictable. You think I'm predictable. You think you know, but you don't. Because I've been doing my research since fucking July. And people have lied to you. People have richly lied to your face on both sides of the coin. But no one's realized that yet. And the only thing I've lied about is my good looks. And that my man sausage is bigger than Rattus's. That's the only thing I've lied about. By the way, vinegar, right, is really good for you because it does kill bacteria. So just so you know. It's just like onion. Now, I'll give you an example. I did some research on the fleas months ago. And I proved categorically that they were being dishonest. But they were coming out with shit, and everyone's going, what are you doing? What are you doing? I went, just watch. And I put a video up proving categorically that one swamp boy or swamp lizard, right, was lying through his teeth. Okay, contradicting himself. And the fleas, what they do, if they try to get themselves out of a sticky situation like they did with the amount of criminal activities that took place, like, being evicted and shit like that, or like Gabe, ripping off OAPs, and then getting caught, and then getting a deal, then gets caught being, oh God, I'm not going to even go back into that because there's so much of that. But here's the thing though. I found a pattern. I found a pattern in their behavior. And I showed everyone that pattern in their behavior. And I proved that they lied. I proved that she lied. And you know what people said? You're just imagining things. Nah, that's what happened in the past. Oh, okay. What, the fact that they actually got a lady who must have been in her 70s. Listen to exactly what I'm about to say. This is not allegedly. This is not speculation. The proof is out there. Just need to look for it. The fact that instead of actually keeping it private, and instead of actually going back after the live stream and making it private and then editing it or editing out the personal information, right? Lisa Abutzi and Tory and whoever was on that platform that night allowed that personal information to be advertised. Excuse me. And this old lady was showing her PayPal account, the information on her PayPal, richly doxing herself. And what did Lisa do? Fuck all. She allowed it. And then in the same breath, Tory, right, then basically doxed this lady called Barb that I covered a few months ago, richly doxed their address, where they lived. Here comes the question. If people are so, are so angry or so disappointed in the fleas or the crampons or whatever you want to call them, why is their YouTube account still going, considering what they've done? Because all it takes is you to write a list of the videos, the timestamps, and everything else and send it to YouTube and go, this is what's happening. And they can be then removed for what they've done. But then again, at the same time, the minute you do that, you are removing evidence from YouTube that Jeremy Hells and his council are going to need. Right? So it's a double-edged sword. Where what do? Do you deal with it? It's just like that Facebook group. Everyone sits there and oh, yeah, it's funny, yeah, because you love that crap. But what you don't realize is that there are people it is damaging. There are people out there who are easily manipulated and misled. And all it is doing is damaging. But as soon as someone points that out, you're the bad guy, you talk shit, oh, let's hate on him, and all that crap. Right? And that's why I have just moved on and I'm done. I am going to enjoy myself. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to sit in the shadows and I'm going to do what I'm good at. And then one day we're going to be sitting here and everyone's going to go, yay. And then I'm just going to go, I'm going to press play and mute my mic. And then as soon as the video's done, I'm going to end the stream. Yes, it does. Everything that's online is archived. And apparently here, and hi digital, and apparently here in the UK, they are trying to change the law, meaning that the government can go into your bank details, they can go into your emails, they can go into any of your private stuff. Do you know what that's going to cause? I can tell you right now, that I think that if you give it a couple of, I say within the next 12 months, there probably may be a civil war here in the UK. Because the way I'm seeing it, it's we're reverting back to the turn of the century. So it's going to be interesting. I don't care. I've got everything I need. I've got my grab bags. I've got my snatch bags. I've got everything I need. I tell you, the mentality of today's individuals is scary. But word of advice: do your research, people. Do your research on people. If you think that at any time, if say the crampons, one thing I've noticed though, they're not grifting as much as they did a few months ago. Actual fact, their grifting nearly came to a complete halt when they realized that they're getting sued, which I found quite interesting, actually. But the thing is, again, there's not been any transparency. And have you noticed that the communication, between Lynette and everything else, have you noticed how quiet people are starting to get? You get the odd appearance of, John Cook and him trying to intimidate Travis and stuff like that. Witness intimidation, by the way. It's like either they're not being explained correctly what's going on, or they think they can't. They think that they're so delusional, thinking that the law can't touch them. By the way, when does Bruce have to be in Pensacola? Was it today? Was it? Or was it in April? When is it? 28. Wait, was it today? I'm sure. When was it? Was it today or something? When was it? Oh, fuck off. I'm so sick and tired of this shit. Right, the next time you call me, Mr. Spam Caller, I'm going to have some fun and I'm going to do it online. I'm going to let everyone hear it. That's going to be fun. Yes. Yes. Sorry, I'm just looking at a message right now. Apparently, I'm entitled to £4,000 emissions. Are you serious? This is so we can maintain social distance to keep you time on the site. I mean, oh, for fuck's sake. I'm going to actually bring this up. I'm going to turn around to him and say, why are you still trying to scare people? Fucking idiots. Sorry, I do apologize. Right. It's fair. Today he's supposed to submit. I'll be very surprised. Do you know what? I'm telling you right now. I don't know what it is, but I am so. You know when you've got this freaking worm in your head, like, and it says, you know what's going to happen. He's gonna get slapped with sanctions, and I'm telling you, something's going to happen to him. Something's going to happen to him. How many sites have like GoFundMe? I don't know, to be honest with you, because I've never done a fundraiser. In that aspect, I've never done a GoFundMe or I can't even remember the one that Eric was doing. Go and good and go, or whatever it was called. I mean, if I did a fundraiser, I would go through the YouTube fundraising thing, because the YouTube have this system set up where you can actually go through their thing, and I would always make sure it goes through them, or it goes through a legit website. So there's always transparency. I mean, I think it's important that, when it comes to any type of fundraiser, excuse me a second. Yeah, sorry about that. When it comes to fundraisers, I've got two rules. One, always make sure it's transparency, and two, make sure it's for a good reason. Um, you know, and that's one thing that's confused me over since Give and Go. There you go. That's what's confused me from the get go, is the fact that this woman, Lynette, has made so many GoFundMe's, and she's grifted so much. Maybe she's found a loophole. Maybe she's found a loophole in the GoFundMe website where, you know, I'm all right, Marlon. Don't worry about it. You don't need to keep asking. I'm good. It's just one of those things. It's a shame that I can't actually say what I want to say. It is. I'm trying to be very polite here. I'm trying not to say things that Probably would go against the community guidelines and the rules of YouTube. And I don't want to, break the rules. Wait a minute. BBB is going to be taken behind a woodshed. The judge will give him what for, then his pro hack visa will be revoked and he will sit behind bars for contempt of federal court system and 3 counts. I don't think it's just 3 counts, Rob. I think there's going to be more. I think there's going to be way, way more than that. I mean, the amount of crap that he's caused and his conduct and behavior on it. I was saying this from the get-go, from the moment I was saying this from the day I met that idiot. I went, he's breaking nearly every single model rule for professional ethics of a lawyer. And no one believed me. Everyone thought I was, you're just a layman. You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, sure I don't. I'm not just going to say it and then do the research. People with common sense do the research and then they talk about it. Could have sworn I just heard my front door go. Well, someone's coming into my house without my permission. Good luck. If you hear lots of noises, don't worry about it. It's me just burying a body. I'm joking. Do you know what I forgot to do? Oh yeah. Oh, shit's getting real now. Oh, and here's something else I forgot to mention a long time ago. Do you know that obviously if people have had Cash App or Venmo or PayPal, do you know that I do believe, and someone who knows a little bit more about American law, I do believe with a court order, a search warrant court order / court order, or from federal courts or something like that, or from the Old Bailey or something, do you know that that they can request records from all your Cash Apps, PayPal, and stuff like that? And if you fail to produce it, you can be held in contempt, or you can actually get done for that, right? Because the thing is, here's the problem that the crampons are going to have, right? There's no record of how many gift cards they got. There's no record of how much money they received, except for by word of what people have said. There's none whatsoever produced of what they've received on Amazon. And also, most of the gifts that were bought for HG and other people on that property, there is no evidence except pictures of John Cook taking out what they call them, Timberlake boots or whatever they're called, and stuff like that. We've seen some toys. The fact that a alleged allegation of them selling Christmas presents at the flea market, all right, should make people ask questions. And the fact that if they are doing that and they're surrounded by all these people and there's people next to them in cubicles and stuff like that, oh my God, that place was big. That place was huge. Now, here's a question you should ask yourself, and it's a very straightforward question. If they've been doing these, right, step out of the box for a second. Just come outside with me a minute, get some fresh air. Just think about this. If they have been, and this can be proven, there is evidence of this, where she said that they were struggling for money, for food and everything else. And, they got a child on that property and they're shitting in buckets or they're bathing outside. So my two questions are this, well, multiple questions actually. The first one is, in the winter, where do you bathe? Considering that the child has health conditions, right? How do you keep the environment warm? And the water, I mean, obviously, we've already seen that, like, the health and safety in that little outdoor shower area is phenomenal. You've put an electric hot water shower on the wall, connected it to the water mains, and basically you got cables all over the freaking shop. Right. Okay. But how do you keep the child warm from that area to the shed or caravan? If you, in the winter, and I doubt very much that you actually sleep in the shed in the winter, because evidence shows that you sleep in the caravan where John Cook sleeps. And there's a reason why I know that is because, I doubt very much John likes to play with little girls' toys. Anyway, who knows? The second thing is that caravan that you sleep in, or that John apparently sleeps in, right, is situated in such a way that what it does, it actually protects the shower area. Now, if only one person was sleeping in there'd be more shit in there. But if you actually look at some of the pictures, it's like some of the areas have been made up to be beds. All right. And considering that is a 27-foot trailer, caravan, it means that it's got two double-sized beds. That means on either end, if you put the table down, right, you can make a double bed, right, at the front and at the back of that caravan. All right. Now, it's also got a push outside as well, I think, apparently. Well, I think it has, but don't quote me on that. So, why don't they tell the truth? Why don't they tell the truth that the fact that all three of them actually sleep in that caravan? And I just think it's during the day they sleep in the, like, if they want to go for a rest, I think that it's during the day what they do, they go and sleep in the shed where the clothes are. That's just speculation. That's my observation. So that's one. But the second thing is, right, if they haven't got the money and they're grifting all the time, who's paying for the insurance and the tax and everything out and the registration for that cheap Gladiator? Because we all know that I doubt very much they paid out $60,000+ for that vehicle. Because if you go and check, that vehicle is between 40 and 60. So let's take it down to 40. Even if they paid that 40, that by Marlin, take care. Right? Even if they paid 40,000 or 48,000, whatever, and got a discount from the dealers, they still have to pay they still have to pay taxes, and they still have to, repair the bloody thing. They still, it's wear and tear. Right? So where's the money coming from? Because repairing vehicles is not cheap. Ask Bruce. Ask him how much it costs to maintain and do a service on a C-Class Mercedes. I can tell you, it's not cheap. Hi, Teresa. I'll tell you one thing now, it's not cheap. You see, people concentrate on the major things, the grifting, her behavior, the amount of names she's had and stuff like that. But it's the little things that disappear into the woodwork. And it's those little things that you need to pay attention to. I mean, didn't she say once that she didn't even have money for diapers and that she had to reuse used diapers? But only a few weeks ago, we saw evidence of her going to a takeaway. Now, hang on a minute. Like, if you actually played your cards right and you actually did, you did everything properly, you could actually cook in that caravan. Hell, you could even, you got the barnuminium. You could go in there, put a barbecue in there, open the windows, open the doors, and you're in a safe environment. Even if it's raining, you can still do a barbecue in that. And hell, if you actually spent some money on, building some accommodation in there, fitting it out, you could actually live in that barn a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't we talk about that before? Oh, yeah, that's why they were getting all this money for, wasn't it? Oh, Oh, here we go. What the fuck? What the fuck was that? Yeah, anyway, so if you think about it, there's a lot of stuff that a lot of people are not paying attention to. Sorry, I just yeah, I know, Roy, but the problem is, right? Anyone in their common sense, if I work for DCS or if I work for any organization, and I looked at a record and it says, "Oh, this," and I go, "Oh, right, okay, then." I would I would go be doing random visits. Wait a minute. They not only have to keep up with the insurance on the Jeep, but there's taxes on. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there has to somewhere down the line something's not adding up here. Well, Cynthia, they're gonna owe money for quite a while to come yet. I mean, unless they can pay it off, unless all the money that the crampons grifted, because let's put it this way, right? Say for example, you, me, Robert, right, and say Roy and Gail, we all sat down and agreed, like, look, if we can make $100,000, right, everyone gets $25,000, the rest goes towards, yeah. So if you got four people, $25, that's 100,000. Anything over 100,000, right, can be used to fix a fence, whatever, right? Pay for a bill or whatever. And we all know they definitely have received over 100,000. That's for sure. That is for sure, right? Because one thing that again people don't take into consideration is that they already had the money for the fence before they went really into the grifting. The money for the fence was already covered way before they went in and started really going into the grift. Because at one point they said that they were outstanding $1,270 or something like that, and then suddenly an anonymous donor sent them that $1,270, and that meant that they had the money for the fence panels and everything else. So they already had that money way before this big grift started. All you have to do is go back and just look, watch. And around the same time, people saying, "Oh, they're going to burn this down, they're going to burn that down." In fact, I actually know who actually did that post, but unfortunately, I don't have the evidence to actually complete the circle of proof. So I'm not going to go into that. But there was also a point when the crampons were talking about RICO and, oh, it's RICO this and RICO that. Well, in fact, they've actually broken the RICO rules. And Bruce and Michael Fulp, right, have also broken the RICO rules, as I stated the other day. What was it? 914-22 and 915-23, right? Intimidation, harassment, or threats towards witnesses. Federal and state RICO laws. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. But anyway, we digress. So there you go. That's my opinion. Oh, by the way, for the record, anyone who's watching any of those haters or any of my fans, right? Do you know that fan derives from the word fanatic? You know that, don't you? Just say. Anyway, just for you guys out there who seem to talk a lot of shit, this is my new throne, right? Especially after I've had a curry. Yeah. So Gail, you see, the thing is, when Flea One says gift cards were messed with, you know straight away that she's lying. Right? Gift card, okay? Gift cards, right? There's two versions, two different types of gift cards, right? Now, one thing I've noticed is that when people want to buy gift cards, they will hang out fake gift cards. Yeah. And what needs to happen is basically they need to be authorized. So basically, you want to buy a $50 gift card. You go to the cashier, they take it, and then they scan it. Right? Yeah. And what they'll do is then give you it's like they take one and then give you replace it with the original one, because that's one thing some shops do. And also, it's say for in America, like you can buy. I mean, you can anyone, hypothetically speaking, can walk into a shop, steal a handful of gift cards, all right, and then disappear, scratch them off, and then collect the money. Here's the problem. I don't think people are that stupid to put thousands and thousands of dollars worth of gift cards on a freaking side of a cashier's place or wherever in a shop, and then just basically, yeah, we're just going to put $50,000 worth of various gift cards here, and whatever, and not worry about it. Really? Yeah, I don't think so. Right? Because a gift card, when you buy it, will be sealed in a plastic. It will be sealed in a plastic. What you call it? Little bag. It's like a little. It's sealed. All right. You actually open that bag, take it out, and then scratch the back off, and then you've got that long number. That's how you get the money. This is why scam callers or scam centers, they want you to go and get gift cards, because what they can do is then take that number, go into a program, and bang, it's automatic in their account. And that's how they scam old folk, and that's how they scam. Right? Now, at one point I seen, or somewhere, I don't know, I can't remember where I saw it. I saw a screenshot of about 10 or 12, various different numbers with the last four numbers showing and how much that those gift cards were. And there was like 10 or 12. Now, you can't tell me that you only received 10 or 12. I think that with the amount of gift cards that were probably sent to them, which is tax avoidance, by the way, you are avoiding paying taxes because, you were advised to get gift cards so, you can avoid the tax man. I know for a fact they received more than 10 or 12. They just took what they did. They just took the gift cards that were the same, $50 or $100, because I know that you can actually get up to $500, I believe, on a gift card. Don't quote me. I'm only speculating. But I mean, what else do people need to say? I mean, it's like we all know what's going on with this thing. It's been an absolute shitfest when it comes to truth. And here's another thing, right? The fleas, the crampons, the walruses, or whatever. Jeremy Hells and George are sitting on a platform. They're live the other night. And yes, I think Jeremy was a little bit pissed off, right? And, you know that he's got a bad habit of interrupting George, but I don't think he's doing it deliberately. Because every time he interrupted her, he would look at her. It was like, oh shit, am I going to get, yeah. No, all right. But the thing is, these guys have been together for quite a while, right? They know exactly each other. They know each other. And I find it very, very, I actually do find it quite cute, actually, when you see these two on stream and like, you've got Jeremy letting the fucking village know what's going on. And then you've got that calm, collective voice, beautiful voice of George. And I tell you one thing, people are saying that she didn't want to say anything about, like the fleas were saying something about the way she reacted about her sister. I said this the other day. Siblings can fall out to a point where they don't even exist. It happens, right? And if George had anything to say, may it be destructively or constructively, in any shape or form, she would have said what she wanted to say that night. So to the people out there who have this really fucking bad habit of putting words into people's mouths, just stop. At the end of the day, it's their relationship. It's their private issue with the sister. And the fact that Guapo actually called Kat, the fact that this is going on, how do you know it was Kat in the first place? What, you think that like, oh yeah, this voice, that voice, right? It's very easy to get someone who sounds like someone or similar. And on the phone, the fact that it was going in and out, and you could, 1 minute you couldn't hear nothing, then you could hear it all, then you couldn't, then you can. I mean, really? So if you were a judge, just put yourself in a position of a judge. If you were a judge and you got your jurors and you got all the evidence in front of you, and suddenly you say, and the actual crowning of the cake is a video or a voice. Words for what, Robert? What are you on about? What are you on about, Robert? What words? Please. Anyway, right, is a recording where you can hardly hear what is being said, let alone recognize. It could have been anyone. Yes, it could have been Kat. It could have been someone else who sounded like Kat. Here's the thing, unless George's sister, Kat, is sitting on a podcast or in the vehicle or in a cafe talking, physically sitting there talking to idiot Guapo, then I'll believe it. Other than that, jog on. Oh, what I'm talking about right now. Oh, no, you don't have to thank me. I'm just giving my opinion. And the fact is that one thing I like, besides people grifting off this story, right? No one is actually looking at the relationship between George and Jeremy. No one is actually seeing a relationship. Anyone who's married, anyone who's in a long, loving relationship where your partner, where both of you are like fucking kids sometimes, you act like kids or you talk to you or whatever, right? You will see that there's a fantastic relationship there, right? And any person who would put up with what I do, what Robert does, what DJ does, what any of us blokes do, any woman who puts up with us, right, deserves a fucking medal, right? And if you look at the relationship between George and Jeremy, it is more than just a relationship. They're soulmates, right? They're friends, okay? And the fact that, like, Jeremy showed a side of him, the vulnerability of him, right, when there was a health scare. Yeah, this should compute with a lot of people, but a lot of people don't. They just ignore that part. All they see is Jeremy rah, 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 and then George talking very calmly. No one sees the relationship. No one sees the contact, the looks, the behavior, But the fact that the fleas try to take this, and one tried to make clout of it, content out of it, like a lot of people who try to use negative and bullshit as for clout, right? But where's the proof that this was actually Kat? And if George doesn't talk about it, that is entirely her choice, no one else's. You don't have the right to say, oh, so what do you think, George? No one has the right to do that. You can speculate, and a lot of people do that. A lot of people like to, throw the icing on the cake, right? Because they don't know. because probably their type of relationship is, wham bang, thank you, ma'am, and have a nice day, right? Or they flirt a lot with her. I mean, my queen, my wife, she knows I talk to other women on here, right? And every single person she's heard me talk to, and she has the utmost respect for all of them, right? And I can tell you one thing now: if Squid Pro Quo and Baby Squid and Mama Squid, Daddy Squid, and Papa Squid, right, were all in the same room, and my wife walked in, yeah, they would never be able to leave again. She adores Baby Squid and Mama Squid. She adores Squid Pro Quo and Baby Squid. Every time she hears Baby Squid, she perks up and looks. So I mean, that's one thing I can say. And the thing is, a lot of people have this really, really bad habit of involving themselves in stuff they shouldn't involve themselves in. But when it comes to this guapo Andrew Israel Alvarez, yeah, I mean, that kid needs to go and detox and be honest and truthful. Stop acting like a drama queen on his platform and stop making allegations and stuff. And here's another thing: the shit that he said on his video, oh boy, you have no clue. Do you know, I've heard about people digging holes, but you, dude, you've used a bobcat. Hell, you've used one of the, what's the biggest digger in the world they use in mining? Oh, what's it? It's huge. They can clear like 56 ton in one bucket. 56 tons of dirt in one big bucket. Right? That's how bad you've done, Guapo. But yeah. Oh, crying out loud. Now what? So yeah. It's a word of advice. If you want the truth, just wait for it. Because at the end of the day, if George wanted to say anything about it, she would have said something about it. And at the end of the day, I can tell you right now, if none of her family members would have liked Jeremy, I can assure you, yeah. And the fact that like the brother and other members of that family actually like Jeremy, and if you actually are a follower of Jeremy Hales, and you've watched videos where he went to Egypt or where they've been to family parties and stuff like that, just watch the people around him. I know people from that culture. I know a lot of people from Egypt, Iraq, Turkey, right? And I've got very good friends from those various countries, and they're very, very hospitable, and they're very down to earth. They will say if they don't like you or not. Yeah, I know, Gail. I know. There's a couple of people that my wife wants to be alone with in a room for 5 minutes, and I've gone, no. No, 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 no. You know, she can look after herself. I can assure you that. Yeah. I had 6 sisters, 1 passed away. Sorry to hear that. 4 I don't talk to as they are toxic. Yeah, okay. But the other 2 are my best friend. Yeah. You're gonna always have that in a family. It doesn't matter, what country you're from, what culture what ideology. It doesn't matter. When it comes to this family, when you do have a big bust up, that's for life. And it takes a lot to bring that back together. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't usually give out that deep of personal information, but as far I have siblings, and I haven't spoken to them for years for what they did, years, and I never will. Even on their deathbed, I will not even care. As far as I'm concerned, they ceased to exist years ago. That's how bad it was. And it happens. But the fact that you've got people who are not related or people who are not part of the family trying to take family members, and this is what I mean about manipulation, right? Sitting in your car just after you physically tried to provoke someone into fight. You deliberately antagonized and provoked an individual, and I'm so glad that Jeremy was actually able to compose himself enough not to bury that guy into the ground. Because I tell you one thing, Guapo sat in his car giving it big lips, but he doesn't realize Jeremy is not weak. He's a big boy. And I mean, there was multiple times where Guapo approached Jeremy and deliberately antagonized him. And then as soon as Jeremy actually stepped towards him, he froze. Because the thing is, the body will react in a moment of fear. It will either flight or fight, right? But there's also another part where your body will freeze and you won't be able to move, because then that is right on the borderline of flight and fight. And that's the best part about the military. It drags that out of you, makes it go away. And like anyone in the military will know, the first 3 months of your military career in training, you'll notice that you suddenly become, how can I put it, fearless. Not fearless, but you're not scared of failure. You're not scared of actually attempting something, right? So when you do end up in a situation where you're confronted with this flight and fight, you're numb to it. And that's one of the reasons when you ever do come across someone who has served, you either have to make sure that they're unalive before they hit the ground, or that make sure you brought your gum shield with you. It's simple as. But if you watch the video, little Hobbit boy, okay, froze multiple times. And then when there was one specific time when he deliberately bumped into him, right? And you could see him actually step back. And also putting himself in between, using what we call human shields. We're using people to put a barrier between him and Jeremy. Richly using this lady and her child, right, as a freaking human shield. And then this video is after that confrontation. Well, I find it quite interesting. Yes, he is still at the storage area, because you can see it if you look through his back window in the car. But if you look to the right, the car is wet. So that means it was raining. And through the whole video that he was there, when he was confronting Jeremy and going around that, causing all that problem, and when he was sitting in his car, I didn't see any rain droplets. Well, I didn't see it, or I didn't hear it rain. Now, it could have rained straight afterwards. It could have rained. I mean, he's probably sitting in that car for half an hour, 45 minutes, could have started raining. Who knows? It was a bit cloudy. But I tell you one thing now, right? This is exactly what you need to look out for, because you got this little, I mean, let's put it this way. When Guapo wants to excite himself and wants to have fun, he walks into a bathroom, turns the light on, looks in the mirror, starts rubbing his foreskin, and then he'll suddenly spit in the mirror, the fucking dickhead. But there you go. So unless Kat, George's sister, is sitting on a platform, right, with other people, hi Gary, with other people, and she actually repeats what she said on the phone, then I will take credit. Then I will call that credibility. I will call that credible. Until then, no, sorry, no. It's very. It could have been anybody on the phone. So sorry. Oh, and something else. This morning I received a DM about someone saying that they can't see a live stream that I did a few weeks ago, and why I've deleted it. I have not. I have not deleted it, because if you check, you'll notice that I've still got all my videos and all my views. So no, Just for that individual. I'm not going to name the person, but just so you know, I don't delete shit unless I think it was crap. If I think it was crap, I'll delete it and then do it again. Because if you, I think there's a website where you can go and check. I think there's a website that you can see, views and subs and stuff like that. Can't remember what it's called, but you'll notice that nothing has been deleted at all. If I unlist it, that's different. Because the thing is, one thing that some people didn't tell me, that even if you unlist it or make it private, the views, right, will still stay. You don't lose them. Only when you delete. Which was interesting, actually. I didn't really know that. I have to run to do my wrench duties for Squid. Oh, Squid going live. Right, well, have a guess what, guys. If Squid is going live, 1 second. Please hold. Your call is important to me. Let me. Are you going live? I'm glad you mentioned that, actually, Roy. I'm really glad you brought it up. Right, guys. Well, I mean, if that's fact, then what we're going to do, we're going to do one of these. Basically, Squid Pro Quo is going live in about 5 minutes. So I'm going to paste her link here. Right. Okay, Robert. No problem. No problem. That's not a problem. I'm going to be calling it a day now. Anyway, there's been a very interesting topic. And DJ Rats, if you're out there, get hold of me about the song, aka you know what I mean. And also, you're bold. Don't let Melissa anywhere near your face with a trimmer again, mate. You know what I mean? I'm not joking. Melissa, love you. And basically, go and check her out. I mean, she'll be going live in about 5 minutes. So please go and show her the love and go and support her, because I'm going to probably jump in there and try to derail her like she does to me. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh shit! Hang on. Oh no! Wait, what? Oh, so yeah, and obviously at 3 p.m. Today, my time, oh, it's upcoming, right? Okay, doesn't matter. Anyway, so yeah, go and show your love to her. So again, here's the link. All right, so start heading over to hers, and again, thank you everybody for. Yeah, of course it does, Nina. But the thing is, there's people out there, who will hide behind, there's a lot of things that people do that takes away their credibility. I don't really give a crap what people think of me, to be honest with you. It's their choice. So, but anyway, so guys, off you go. Go and support Squid, and we'll be. What's the next one? Oh yeah, I was going to do the Q&A time, but as Squid's going live, I don't want to be live when she's live because it wouldn't be fair on people. So, right. So just go and have some fun time. All right. And here's another thing. I know that people go into other people's streams. As long as you don't bring it in here, I'm happy. Other than that, cheers for another awesome stream, Spawntrooper. Blessings to you and your creator. Kay, thank you so much for that. I will pass on those blessings. That I shall. When she walks through the door, I'm going to swipe her off her feet. My legs are hurting so bad. Sorry to hear that. Right, so anyway, guys, go and have a good one, and I'll see you soon. And again, thank you so much for popping in. I'm sorry that it's a short one, Believe it or not, it's actually under 2 hours. Wow. It's funny how much you can get into such a short period of time. Wow. But anyway, like I said, remember these, heed these words. Step out of the box. Look at the situation from outside the box. Pay attention to all details, not just to the person. And you'll be very, very surprised of what you said. Kirby, the Lurker, Johnson, Spawntrooper, did I do something? No, you didn't. Why? Why do you think you did something? Why do you assume that you did something, Kirby? Explain yourself. Come on, tell me. What's up? What makes you think that you did something? Right? You didn't do anything. If Jamie is guilty of anything with children, why don't these parents call cops and report it? Just more people to see. Nina, it's because they are, I don't know. Like I said, it's even the water or I think it's the ingredients. I really don't know. There's people out there. And unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about that. Why should I be mad with you, Kirby? Absolutely not. You crazy? Why should I be angry? No. If you're not around, obviously people are going to ask, well, where's Lurker? And, and where's Kirby? Or, what's going on? And boom, here you are. So, hi, welcome back. Good to see you. Right? So, no one's angry with you. No one's mad. Don't think that like, no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, don't you know? Listen, Kirby, you should know by now. If someone does anything wrong, they'll know, and I'll say it. But no, don't you worry. No. You come in, sit back, relax, chill out. Oh, coffee! I forgot I had a coffee. Oh my God! This whole time I forgot I had a coffee. Can you believe I forgot I had a coffee? Kirby, stop. You don't have to explain yourself, all right? Okay? Just be you. Yeah? Come in, chill out. Right? I'm not like other people who go or ignore. No. No, you come in, you chill out and just relax. Close your eyes. Oh, welcome back. That was a quick phone call, Rob. So yeah, don't worry. Kirby, seriously, don't worry about it, all right? Everyone is welcome here because this is a neutral place. That's shocking, Spawn. What is? Explain yourself, Kay. Oh, God. Should I do that in the bet? Explain yourself. Do it now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another installment of Warhammer. No, seriously. Okay, what are you on about? Why do you guys always talk in cryptic, Oh, shit, yeah, I've got it set to 20, haven't I? So I got to wait. Right, okay, there's another thing. Why, not having any... Listen, I totally forgot that coffee was there. I really did, because I was paying attention to chat, and I just, you chill yourself, you're among... Yeah, exactly. I mean, one thing I am never, ever going to criticize is well, off you go then, Kirby. If you want to go to Squid, you're more than welcome. I'm going to be closing down in a minute. There's one thing I really like about the community here. People are very, sometimes you have to, use woolly gloves, but the community is quite a good community, not just here, but in Squids as well, and a lot of people's. But then you've got the negativity and everything else. I know you do that to drive me nuts, girl, but I figured you out already. Yeah. So off you go. Off you trot. Go on. Over to Squids. Off you go, everybody. Go over to Squids. Here's the link, so it gets you there quicker. All right. And make sure you say hello from me, and I shall be en route tout de suite. So yeah. So, and if you haven't got it, here's the link. All right, make sure you go and check it out. Go and show her love. All right, make sure that you're still subscribed and hit that notification button and give her a thumbs up the moment you go in there. As soon as you go in, put that thumbs up. All right. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later. I'll see you in Squids, and have a fantastic afternoon, evening, and morning. And on that note, yeet.
Spawntrooper riding in the night, heart of gold but ready to fight, standing tall, doing what's right, shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I gotta keep, breaking chains, leaving pain behind, calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies, no more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawntrooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around. Justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies, no more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawntrooper rides again. Dark where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies, no more secrets in disguise. Second chances,